What makes an athlete? Is it how well they compete, or is it how they look? For male athletes, it's simple. It's how they compete and how masculine they are. For women, it's a different story. Their athletic ability and their athletic achievements are overshadowed by one thing: their looks. Culture, women represent sexual beings at the disposal of men. Women are constantly objectified because of their appearance. Female athletes are not exempt from this maltreatment. Instead, female athletes are still a widely marginalized group. Because women represent sex, so do female athletes. This can be seen when female athletes grace the covers of magazines. They are looking demure and ready. They are posing in sexual poses to be further sexualized. This can even be seen in TV interviews when the focus is on how their hair looks or what clothes they are wearing, instead of athletic accomplishments, which should be the main focus. On the other hand, male athletes don't face this type of scrutiny at all. Instead, the focus is placed on strength and athletic ability. Female athletes are still thought of and portrayed as runners-up when it comes to sports and media representation. Illustrated released an article called The Fittest 50, designed to see who is the best and the most fit male athlete. Athletes were ranked on a 1 to 10 scale based on 4 categories: speed, strength, endurance, and agility. LeBron James scored 10s on all aforementioned categories. He is the most fit male athlete of 2014. This type of ranking and testing only applies to men. Women would not be able to be tested like this because it would be based off of appearance. Instead of the article being called The Fittest 50, it would be called The Hottest 50. According to the Rowe article, male athletes have garnered more respect, which in turn equates to greater standing and higher regard in society, as compared to women. Also, this was the first type of article Sports Illustrated has released where they ranked athletes. But we all know that this has been done for female athletes, just not for athletic ability. Athletes have been compared to softcore porn due to the subordinate nature of the poses in the photos. Female athletes pose suggestively at the camera, bedroom eyes on, and ready for sex. This suggestive exploitation reduces female athletes to sex symbols, or porn stars, if you will. Their bodies are available and ready. Her athletic ability isn't even on the radar. It's how she looks and how suggestive the image is. This degradation lowers society's collective view on women. Women are thought of as objects for men. This eventually leads to young girls and women internalizing this thought process when images of athletes are portrayed as porn stars. 20 hot female athletes who are only famous for their looks. This is the caption from the article. People often don't actually consider whether a female athlete is actually good at what they do, or if they just have the looks of a model. With that in mind, here are 20 hottest female athletes who are more famous for their looks than performance on the field in any given sport. This caption is telling of the lack of respect for female athletes, as athletes compared to an object. According to the Rowe article, the appearance and sexuality of sportswomen have often obscured their elite sporting status. Female athletes in American culture are thought of as sexual objects based on appearance. How her hair looks during the sporting event and after the event. How she does her makeup. Does it stay on for the whole event? Does she still look hot afterwards? At the end of the day, it always comes back to appearance and her sexual presence, which affects her female athlete status. women are still underrepresented in sports media compared to men. The body issue in Psychology Today explains that while women's attendance is greatly increasing in sports, as a society we are not quite there. The article explains how important it is for young girls to see positive and encouraging images of female athletes, not images that objectify. The type of image has huge effects on young girls' self-esteem. By showcasing female athletes as athletes instead of sex symbols will greatly improve acceptance and respect for female athletes. A paradigm shift is needed to change perceptions on what makes a female athlete. In doing so, this will create a more equal environment on and off the field.